we're selfish. If you're selfish,
this is justice.
If you're blocking your blessings, nigga, ad-lib me still.
Sorry. Justice.
If you're blocking your blessings, standing in your way,
justice.
Listen to this. We're back. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this shit.
Hey, Mr. Fly Guy up here. We got Joey
and I
Scythers.
just jumped in. Hey, y'all.
We got a
Joel the artist.
Joel the artist.
Right here.
I'm fucking that raw.
Whoa.
I know what not.
Hold the motherfucker up.
Wait, what?
What 9 months is from now.
It don't matter what 9 months is.
Wait, what?
Because we ain't doing nothing.
How could you be so selfish?
Wait,
This
what?
guy probably wants to start a beautiful
No,
family.
the fuck he does not.
Nigga, I'm selfish. I don't have kids till 30. You know
Yes,
why?
and
I'm
I'm cool with
selfish.
that. I'm cool
Fuck
with
them
that.
kids.
I'm cool with that.
I had a nightmare. You know about it. You know about it.
What was your nightmare?
Bruh.
Please share.
So I got one of my exes pregnant. I'm not gonna say who. One of them.
Actually, we talked about it when the first episode when Jessica came
And
back.
I was like, I woke up so
Space.
depressed. I called Sean, bruh. I called Sean. I was like, bruh, I really thought I got her pregnant.
The life just drained completely from his life.
I came to work. I was sad. Like that whole day, I was sad, bruh.
Like if you could see somebody, if you could see
I do not want-
depression in a body, that was him.
But why were you still so sad after you realized it was a dream?
Cause it was just
Thought.
like the thought of it. Like it felt so fucking real and
What happened in the dream?
bruh.
What
It was just like she came up to me. She was like, yeah, you know, I got something to tell you. I was like, what? I was like, what's good, bruh? Like I was on the game. I was chilling. Like I was comfortable. I was chilling.
Moment too.
And she was like, you know, I'm pregnant.
I'm sorry, before you finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if that dream meant something? He just said that she caught you in a vulnerable moment in the dream. You know what I'm saying? You was just talking about how you can't open up emotionally.
This is leading into
that mean-
why I don't be opening up.
Does that mean the person that you're gonna get vulnerable with is gonna be?
Well, I didn't say all that.
Want to be who?
The girl?
Not her.
I didn't say her. I just said.
That's petty. No.
Nah,
What is
hell
the
nah.
X?
But
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, that is, you know, part of my issue. That is part of my issue.
What exact state the issue? In
My
fact,
issue is, you know, I don't open up. I have a wall built up, like a serious wall, like
very selfish.
the Great Wall of China wall. That motherfucker big.
You know the Great Wall of China was once rebuilt.
For real?
Yeah, so the same way you have that wall built up, that wall can be teared down and built back up.
Preach, Pastor.
Hey,
That was a good one.
Can I get an amen?
That was a good one.
Amen.
You get an amen and you get a drop. Yes, you get everything.
Okay.
I mean,
So, but Lexton, let's dig deep. Let's
y'all
drill
about
into
to do
that
this
wall
this
a
week.
little bit.
Damn,
Your turn
alright,
now.
fuck it.
Go ahead. So let me ask you, what do you think the start of it was from? Do you think you were the subject of
So
teasing? Or?
no, none of that. I just had really bad experiences with like relationships and like just girls in general. Like my sophomore year, like I had this one girl I was talking to, which fuck her. But anyway, has one girl I was talking to, and she kind of just like, she kind of put me. I was in a very vulnerable spot, and I was very vulnerable with her. And I'll talk to her about anything, whatever. But then, like, she'll just be doing shit. Like, I didn't even know about. Like, just doing shit. And so, that kind of, like, fucked my trust. And then, not even just her. It was just, like, other girls in general. Like, girls I've dated. They done shit. And I was just like,
Done
damn.
shit like what? Like fucking other niggas, talking bad on you?
I mean,
like,
I don't even know. They probably could have been fucking other niggas. I don't know.
I'm a firm believer, like, I'm happy. But I can firmly say, like, when people are like, have you been cheated on? I'd be like, no. But I can't prove it. I mean, I'd be like, no, don't know for a fact. But, like, every guy, some girl has cheated on there's no way you went through high school and, like, one of them girls ain't fuck around. It's just not possible.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of, like, fucked my trust up.
Shit like that.
But it was just like, I don't know, that kind of fucked me up with like cuffing girl. Bruh, in high school, you can't tell me anybody I cuff. I ain't cuff nobody.
I mean, that's high school.
I was like, I'm good. And it wasn't even like just that. It was just like even girls outside of like me graduating, I just had really bad trust issues.
Why do you think that hurt from like freshman year carried into adulthood? Because I mean, like you was 15. It's like, nigga,
right?
Fuck him.
That's what I said. Fuck him.
But like, why do you think like you held that into your adulthood?
I don't know. Like, it's just.
I know why.
No. I know you think no, but
it
was just like, you know, that situation. It kind of transpired through my other relationships, and it kind of was like different things that I caught early that I was just like, nah, something not right, and then I would be right.
So did you ever take it maybe as a lesson instead of like, not saying you were wrong to feel bad, but instead of victimizing yourself, like what can I learn from this? Maybe there's a reason why this pattern keeps repeating?
So it's definitely a lot of stuff I've learned, and that's I think part of the issue. I learned too damn much, and I feel like I've kind of set a standard for like what I want, like a certain standard. And if you don't meet the standard, then I'm like kind of like, I'm not gonna talk to you like that. Right. Which I was never like that. Like I'll talk to whoever, text whoever back. I don't be texting so man. You know, I be chill. If I don't click with you, and I know I don't click with you, and it's just like that standard, you're not there.
But nah. How do you know if somebody meets that standard if you don't even give them the chance to? Because like somebody can't meet a standard within a week. It takes time to build that reputation with somebody. You don't just come in like, oh, I love you. No, you have to like build that type of reputation with somebody to where they meet that standard. Because you don't know who they are in the first 90 days. Let's just be real.
It's just, I don't know, I'm afraid of building that long-term relationship.
For it all to crumble.
Right. Yeah, like, and I've had like a lot of my time wasted. I don't want to waste time.
Do you feel as though, like, I mean, maybe you try not, like, do you feel as though, like, are you projecting onto these women that you are coming in contact with, and that's like kind of just stopping you from giving them the best version of yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and because that you can't give them your best self, it kind of hinders the growth and development of that relationship or just whatever that situation is?
I feel like with me, I sometimes kind of ruin it just because that's what I'm used to. Like I'm just so used to stuff already fucking up that I'll just kind of like just in a way not necessarily ruin it myself, but it'll just happen. Like,
so do you think, like, if you're going into these situations thinking it's going to be this way, do you think that maybe you're kind of manifesting that into your life? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to ask.
I could be. And I've thought about that. I was like, maybe I am just manifesting this, and this is just something that just kind of stuck with me. I have thought about it. And, I mean, to a certain degree, I feel like it does, like, manifest. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I really don't have no type that I'm looking for. It's just like, if you're there, you're there. If not, then I'm not really with it.
So, Joel, my assessment of Lex is maybe that when he's that young, emotions are very fragile.
Right.
So I think that with Lexton, you are a really nice guy, right? And it's not that you're nice to a flaw. It's just that being nice can be a flaw because people could take advantage of it.
Exactly.
So being that you were young, humans, we learn manipulative and toxic ways very early. So I think what it is that when you were that young and these situations happened to you, you may be suffering from PTSD, bro. Now, PTSD doesn't have to be on a big scale where it's dealing like war or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that when it comes to women, you may be afraid to open up because of the pain and hurt that you had before, either from a certain thing that they did or just the act of betrayal.
Yes.
So with you, Jewel, what I want to counter your question is that when does Lex know how to assess people enough to open up to them? Because that's not the easiest thing to do. Because let's say if he does open up to somebody, right? And let's say 2 or 3 months down the line, he's thinking everything's going good. And he's like, he gets to a point where he gets vulnerable again. And it all happens again.
Well, okay. Well, let me say this. I always like to use, our relationship as kind of an example. Like, sometimes you just gonna know off the bat. Like, I didn't know he was necessarily gonna be my boyfriend, but I was like, okay, we clicking like this, like automatically, like something is going right. You know what I'm saying? But also with other people, you can notice, like, you can really notice a red flag, like, in the beginning if you're really paying attention. But at the same time, I feel like it's all about your mindset and your intention. You know what I'm saying? Like, every girl you meet, you don't have to fuck. You don't have to want to pursue a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it could just be vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, like you said, just see what happens. But if you go into things with the mindset that it's going to be A or B, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already, because you create your own life, period. Like, and it all starts in your mind. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, this bitch probably gonna fuck me over, and then she fuck you over. Not like it's your fault. You know, I'm not blaming you at all. But you're creating that reality for yourself. If you go into this situation with a girl and you're thinking, okay, let's just be friends. You know what I'm saying? Let's try and get a friendship. Let's hang out.
Right.
You might see something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might end up going down that path. Now, granted, she might not become your girlfriend or not, but you're learning to undo it. You're learning to unlearn things like that.
And even having friends like that can teach you how to deal when it comes to situations. Because if you, and this is the thing, I have female friends throughout my life, and knowing how to treat them or learning from, I mean, you got your sister, you've done some of this already, but learning how they've been dealt with in bad relationships, good relationships, you kind of pick up, okay, this is how you should treat a woman, this is how you should not treat a woman. And that is true. Manifestation is real. I think I previously stated multiple times that I'm a big believer of that. So, like, with this poster behind here, I went to the gun range for the first time, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there.
You're gonna put your ass on the shirt.
So I'm getting a weapon for protection of me and my family. Now, if I go with the mind state of getting the gun
and putting somebody on the shirt,
yes,
that's gonna.
Then I think I'm gonna either subconsciously put that energy out there. It may happen. So if I might start moving different, may start speaking a little bit more confidently, more violently, more rash, blah blah. Because I know I have something on me that's gonna dead the situation quick or dead me quick, right? So that is true. When it comes to certain people, you kind of, to a point, have to let your guard down just a little bit. Now, I know that is a very difficult thing to do, but it's something that's need to be done with almost a lot of people, because you're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to meet a lot of different characters. There's going to be people that you clash with and some people that you just vibe with. But if you come in with a certain type of wall up, you're never, and just to say this off mic, you're never going to get to know that person fully, and they're never going to get to know you fully.
True, that's
like that wall not only blocks you off from the bad shit, but it could block you off from the good shit too. Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a firm believer of just, you know, wherever your mindset is at, the people that God or just the most people in God. Okay, let me rephrase that.
I mean, if it's how you.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So where your mindset is at, right, and where you're at mentally, God will align you with people with that with that same mentality and with the same passion that you have. So if you are thinking, she gonna fuck me over, God will send someone in your life that's bound to fuck you over, because that's what you're attracting. You're welcoming in. So you have to change your perspective and your mentality to align yourself with like-minded individuals. You know what I mean? Having that guard up is just, you're gonna constantly meet people that have that guard up.
Right.
But when you align your mentality, you have, because your mind is your most powerful weapon. The power of the tongue is real, and your mind is powerful. And so is your tongue. It's a constant war between your mind and your heart. Mind and your heart going back and forth. This is how I feel. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I feel. This is what I'm thinking. Sometimes you gotta just think emotional. And, you know, and as men, we get caught up in that whole, I don't think off emotion. Emotion. It's always logic. But there's nothing wrong with thinking off emotion.
Right.
Like if I'm like right now, I'm thinking off of emotion because I'm telling you something that comes from emotional perspective. we think when men say thinking or acting off emotion, we think it's just lashing out and acting like a female. Right. But no, acting off emotion could be me giving you a hug in the moment, in a dear moment. That's acting off of emotion. That's not acting off logic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think you should change your mentality and just align your mentality and yourself mentally to be where you want to be. You know what I mean? So, you know, you attract what you are. You know what I mean?
I got the perfect analogy for you, Les. And this might sound crazy for you, but this is going to be perfect for you and your sister. You guys.
Me and my sister.
You guys
don't compare me to her.
Right. See, I told you. I know it's going to be crazy.
Go ahead.
Compare me to him either.
See, look. But you guys are exactly alike.
We're not.
Yes, you are. So the
Fuck word. Y'all
says every sibling ever.
right.
I came out the same joint. Like,
right.
Come on.
But
man.
I would tell you this, both of you guys, right? My Tori's off camera, but she's right here. You guys may have two different reasons, but as far as when you deal with people, it is exactly the same. I told my Tori this off camera in a personal, private conversation a couple weeks ago. The reason why she's in a not a bad situation, but why she's in a predicament she is now with her issue, unlike yours, is because her mind state on meeting new people is not aligned with what she really wants. The same thing is for you, if you understand what I'm saying.
To a certain degree. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can kind of see it.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying. I have put that out there for you. That is for you over the next few days to dwell on it. And if it clicks, cool, which I think it should. If it doesn't, just keep.
I feel like me and her are similar, but also opposites. Like, all right, for example. I ain't gonna put nothing out there.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like, I don't know. It's gotten a lot easier for me to let go of shit. Like, I can drop something tomorrow and be fine the next day. And it shouldn't be like that.
Are you letting go, or are you just forcing yourself to forget about something? Like, are you genuinely like just over shit that fast?
It's like a computer for me. Like, I'm like a damn computer. Like, I could
Matrix.
like, you know how you delete an app?
You delete emotions.
Well, not emotions, but like I can
point.
delete like just people out my life so quick, or just like block them off so quick. It's just like they weren't there.
Do you take pride in that though?
No. So I shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that.
We're being selfish.
But
You're
that's
being
just
vulnerable and honest too.
Yeah, that's just me. Like, I need to work on that with myself as far as like just dropping shit, because it could be over something little. Like, it could be like the littlest thing, and it just be like, I don't know. But I don't need to do that. Like, I need to.
What should you do instead?
I thought with me, like, I need to give more opportunities out, because I don't give too many opportunities out no more. Because like I said, this all just stems from me just having like a lot of time wasted over time. I just feel like at this point in my life, I don't have time to do that anymore.
Can I offer advice?
Yeah.
On top of you giving opportunity, I think you should give. Well, I guess it's the same thing. I guess you should give opportunity for conversation.
Yeah.
Just for clarity. I think people underestimate how important clarity and or closure is to our mentality and just us as people. So if you get nothing else from that person moving forward, I think maybe if you have a conversation explaining how you feel, how they feel, just having that open ground, and you both accept what's the next thing that's going to go forward with you guys, which is nothing.
Yeah.
But on a good note, or on as good of a note it can be. I think that would be best for you.
Yeah, I agree.
I get. I mean, sometimes you don't always need closure with people. Maybe with yourself, but having that formal, that gives them. That still kind of leaves the door open. Sometimes you have to just focus on yourself and put yourself first. We're being selfish again, where you shouldn't be, but in that regard, like sometimes you don't always have to have that closure and then instill things. It's just you have to do what's best for you and move forward. Especially if there's a person that's just doing you wrong. At that point, you no longer owe them an explanation because they showed you how they felt. Actions speak louder than words. There's no need to talk about how you fucked me over.
Right.
You know, in that situation, you don't need closure. But I definitely will say, like, when dealing with things of that nature, like just trauma, we have to allow ourselves to feel and relive that moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, as opposed to just trying to get over, and allow yourself to be vulnerable and feel all of the emotions. Go back and replay that in your head, not just, fuck, I'm good, man. I'm gonna just play this out. Sit, think about it. Like, how did it make you feel?
Cool.
Figure out where you at. Why? We have to
Unpack it.
And then,
you have to unpack trauma, and I'm real big on just finding the root. Like, why do I feel this way?
Right.
Why am I thinking like this?
Right.
Let me go. You have to undo the work, unlearn this thing. You got to work your way backwards and then get to the root.
Right.
So when you was 15 years old, how did that make you feel? And then how did you treat this person and that person? And then from every situation with somebody, you can learn. You can always pull something from it, whether it worked out or not. You can always learn something from every situation in life. You didn't open up to her. Okay, she might have had a problem with her father, and her dad might have not been in her life. So she needs men who are open at all times, you know.
I think another issue with me is that, like, I don't know, I just always need something to do. Like, as far as, like,
busy work,
even like just work in general. Like, you know how much I work, it don't affect me at all. Like, I work like dead ass. I work like 60 hours like a week, 70 hours a week. It don't affect me at all. Like, I just go to work, and, like, come home and I'm fine. But that is affecting you because you're making yourself. You're pretty much becoming a robot. It's just becoming repetitive. Wake up, go to work. Wake up. As opposed, I have a whole routine.
Because when you work 60 hours, you have done that shit before. You don't even process life. You're not thinking. At this point, your thing is work, getting his check, going to sleep, waking up, doing the same thing, pod and creative work. There's no moment to even reflect on life and just figure out where you're at in the moment.
I never have time for that.
You gotta allow yourself.
That's definitely important. And you know, I kind of want to relate my situation to that. So, like I said, this is the year anniversary of my father's passing. When my dad passed away, I was back and forth between Atlanta. I was in school full time, online. Like, first of all, I didn't like that shit, but I was online, and I was still working on my brand. I'm still trying to work on all these ideas, and there literally came a day where I was like, I cannot take this shit no more. Like, I was doing an assignment. I was taking a quiz. I exited out that fucking quiz and I withdrew from school, like, in that moment. Like, sometimes you really gotta have time to process shit. Like, I feel like I wasn't even able to really process my father's death until I was able to just block out all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the moment, I'm like, Justice, you know, you good? How's your mental health? I'm good. I'm just like, damn, am I really good? Or I've built these habits and become so accustomed to this new lifestyle that I don't even acknowledge that side of my brain, you know, that could be still processing that trauma and shit. Right. So I do, not saying just cut all your hours and shit, but even with the schedule you have now, you know what I'm saying? I agree that you definitely should make some time, even if it's just for a few minutes, you know, just process what's going on in your life, express gratitude. Like, it really makes a difference. And throughout this whole year, I'm not gonna say it's not weird, because it's weird as fuck. Like, even not being in school, I'm like, you know, questioning myself, am I doing something right? Like, should I still be in school? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's gonna be a one-time fix-all, but I do think that's very important, especially coming from somebody like me, who I've always been very independent. I'm not telling nobody my shit. Honestly, I think we have a lot in common too, because I'm quick to cut a motherfucker off too.
She is terrible. You have one time, bro.
Yeah, you literally have one time.
But look, she won't tell you. Like, if you fuck her over, she won't tell you. It's like, she'll just go. She's bad.
Yes, and I'm not saying it's necessarily the greatest thing, but also, like, I use discernment when I do it sometimes. Like, Justice was saying, if somebody fucks you over, like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so I relate to you on that. But as far as just, like, not having time to think about these things, think about maybe the people that fucked you over, how it might have changed your life, I do think that's very important. Even if it's 5-10 minutes in the shower, like, damn, how I'm feeling today.
And you know, like, it's crazy that you say that, because it's kind of like I'm going through that now.
Yeah.
As far as, like, just with class, like, I'm starting to really realize I don't have time to do that, and I need to make time.
Yeah, and it's like, you're so young, you have plenty.
And it's like, I'm making time. Like, that's the thing, I'm making time now, where it's like I was telling Sean, I was telling my mom, like, 2 days ago, I was just like, you know, I don't know how this school thing is going. Like, I really have not been focused this entire semester at all. Like,
that's a sign.
I'll be in class, like, and I just be like I'm not saying I don't know what the fuck they're talking, because I know exactly what they're talking about. It's just I'm not there. Like,
mentally, you're not there.
I'm just not there,
and that's okay.
Bro, remember the time I saw you at the park? We was walking.
Yeah,
you gotta just take time like that to go to the damn park for nothing, bro.
And that's the thing.
Go to Target, nigga. Just walk.
You know what's crazy? When we walked that day, like, I started walking. Literally, I started walking.
Walking is so important because it's in nature.
And it's like, it sucks because I haven't done that in so long, and I've been wanting to do that. And I just have not had time to do it.
You gotta make time.
You gotta make time. Cause just like you make time for all the other stuff you might not necessarily want to do, but you feel like you're obligated to do them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that same kind of pressure and priority on stuff like that.
And I'm a firm believer, bro. If you don't slow down, bro, God gonna make you slow down. I'm telling you, bro. Cause this is a nigga. I was in school full time and I was working like 40+ hours a week. Nigga, my dumb ass fell behind this wheel, my nigga. Like, and it just didn't know what. I don't remember what happened. Driving home from work, about to go pick her up, and the nigga just T-bone. Couldn't even tell you what happened before then. I remember playing this song by Boy Pablo called "Dance With Me," and that next thing you know, airbag.
How did that change you though? What did you do after that?
Nigga, I slowed down completely, nigga, because
I noticed the change too.
Like, for real, I would come to school.
Even when he drives, like how he moves.
I'm so cautious now, and I appreciate life differently. It's like, man, I ain't about to be doing all this work and shit, man. Like,
yeah,
for real, you gotta just take time and just focus, cause like, bro, if you were, God forbid, Lord rebuke it. We not knocking on wood, Lord rebuke this, but you overwork yourself, and you got in a car accident, right? Your job role would be filled before they even print your obituary.
Yeah,
they'd be on Indeed like, sorry, they gonna send some flowers and that's it, nigga. We gotta fill these roles.
If they send you some flowers,
yeah. So you definitely gotta. Hey, I'm sorry, we're being selfish here on this one. You gotta put yourself before these fucking jobs.
Man, I just want to thank y'all once again for the first half of this podcast. That shit really, really helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Your story, Drake said it. I told my story and made his story. That's not just a bar. And to both of you guys, I really do want to say thank you. Not only for myself, but on behalf of everybody else, because they are going to pull something from this conversation and from both of you guys that's going to help them in their own life.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to open up, man. Like that was my issue. I was kind of afraid to open up, but I felt comfortable. But just find that comfort with at least one person, at least.
Yes.
And just open up, like just really just get your rocks off. And make sure you find somebody that's going to listen, give you some positive feedback, and help you become a better you.
And
that's
practice
important.
what you preach.
And drink more water.
That's all, folks. N.W.P is signing off here. We thank you for tuning in. We have the best news and the best topics. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the motherfucking hits.
Justice.
Sean. Lexton.